Hello there, we're just in the middle of the opening round for the third anniversary tournament. This is Expert Division and just shot a -15 on the front nines, so I want to put out some video here just for reference for the back nine and the weekend round. So let's get started. Alright, this is hole number one, and I played this way to the right hand side here. Actually, this is hole number one. I was looking at hole number two. This is hole number one. What I decided to do here is have that red touching the rough on the right hand side and having it touch the fringe as well, the fringe of the green. And use a Kingmaker power 3 ball. What else do I have here in my notes? Jeez, my notes are bad. Okay, what I did is I played 5 back here, as much right spin as possible. And we played this at 20% mid distance. So let's watch that again. We got the red touch in the rough. We got the red touch in the front fringe of the green. We also played this at plus 20% mid distance with a Kingmaker, 5 back. And it looks like 5 right, but it's pretty much max right. It's about as much as you're going to get off it anyways. And we played it at mid distance. My adjustment could have been a little bit off here. I think that's why it missed. We'll give it another try in the back nine and see what happens. If not, I'll have to tweak the shot. It looks like it's coming in nicely. Just misses a bit. For that, I'd say maybe a hair curl, just a hair. So that's hole one. Alright, welcome back. Hole number two. This is a par 4. We played this going to the right side. I believe the rough bump is kind of inconsistent for me. It's kind of glitchy as well. So I believe I went with 4 top here. As much right spin as possible. I'm looking for about the 14-yard marker with the Thor's Hammer 5. With the Thor's Hammer 4 or lower, you can go up further. Max it out. Have the red touch in the rough. And our curl, you can see, I believe it's maxed out on the curl. Great shot. This is kind of great proof, great left, great right. Can look for the yardage, but I believe this one's around 375. Yeah, that's shot number 1. Okay, here's shot number 2. I got kind of lucky on this type of shot, I'll admit to that. This one here, I was going to play the same way I played Pro Division, pretty much, except I played this with 10% elevation, plus 10. Min distance, 2 back, full left. That's how I played Pro, 2 back, full left. Actually, that's the way I wanted to play it, but I found out I was too close to the min line. So I had to give it some more backspin into it. This way I could adjust. If you're at the min, you can adjust. So here I'm kind of pressed for time. I get it lined up, I'm kind of pressed for time. So I kind of just pulled it back as far as I could. And you can see I'm rushing here. I ran out of time, I let her go. But it works. There's kind of a funnel there, so if you hit that funnel, Even if you're rushed and your adjustments aren't quite right, you'll get it. So that's why I like going this right-hand route. So that's hole number 2. We'll see you on hole 3. All right, welcome back. Hole number 3. This is a par 5. Excuse me. Trying to get this down as far as I can down the fairway here. So I chose to go with the power slice. Going full top, 1 right with the power 3 ball. My APOC 3. I'm trying to look at the right side of my target there to get my initial bounce point. Going about 17, 18 rings to the right. Full overpower, full curl, full slice. Let the wind take it here. It's kind of an unpredictable, you're not quite sure how far it's going to go because next time it all depended on the wind, I guess. 378 yards. That's shot 1. Alright, welcome back. This is shot number 2. Still not quite sure about the percentage a person should be playing on here. So I played this one at, I believe, plus 5% elevation. I may have to tweak it because I missed this shot here. But I give it about 4.5 top, I believe. 4 top, 3 right. Next time I'll probably stay away from the right hand or the right spin. I got it kind of lined up at the hole here. You can see where the bounce is on the rough patch there. Fairly close to the end. You don't want to get it too close, but you don't want to have it too far away either. This works out pretty nice for 4 topspin. So we played this, like I said, 5% elevation. Kind of a testing shot here. We did hit perfect, so it could tell us a lot. We played this at max distance too. So you can see I'd probably go half a spin more top spin and maybe only 1 bar right spin. I'll try that next time around. Thanks for watching hole 3. Still leaves you with an easy eagle. See you on hole 4. Alright, welcome back. This is hole number 4. I still haven't got a hole-in-one on it, but I know it can be done. I'm kind of rushed every time I'm trying to make the shot. I'm kind of slow in my adjustments. I'm going to have to be quicker because I don't quite get set up. Anyways, I played this 5 back, full right. I want to get the blue just slightly inside the rough here. This is minimum distance. Blue just slightly in the rough. Take a look at your bounce on the green as well. What square it's bouncing to and stuff. This way you can tweak it if you have to. But the blue is just slightly inside the rough. Like I said, minimum distance at plus 15% elevation. And I'm giving this about a half a ball curl. And you can see I was rushed. Hit great ball to the left. And just missed it. So maybe a little bit less curl, seeing we great balled it to the left and it still went to the right. That's hole 4. Alright, welcome back. Hole number 5, par 4. Still trying to work on this particular hole as well. Got an extra mile as my APOC and that is too low. So I go with no topspin, I believe, here. Just because of the bounce. You put too much topspin, we'll end up rolling into the rough. So we got the red touch in the rough here. 5. We played this at plus 10% elevation, I believe. You want to do your adjustment, push it up to max. We're going to go with full overpower here. And that'll set us up for a rough bump for the second shot, in which we chose a Goliath. 359 yards. Alright, this is shot number 2. How I have this in my notes here is 352 yards or 355 yards. I played at minus 10% elevation and mid distance. So here we are getting set up with our Goliath. Trying to find the distance because our yardage wasn't at 352 or 355, I believe. We're going with about 4.5 top. As much right spin as possible. Looks like I got the guide going directly right at the hole. Pretty much. And you adjust this for mid. And then you push back up a half a ring. And let's see what happens. Hit perfect. We still miss, so we're going to have to tweak that a little bit for the next time around. But I know it can be done, so that's hole 5. We'll catch you on hole 6. Alright, we're back for hole 6. This is a par 5. Let's check it out here. I believe I played this the same way I played Pro Division. You got the clear touch in the rough. We're going with roughly 3 top spin. Played it at plus 10 elevation. Of course, it's max distance, and I believe we're going to give it a half a ball curl. Just slightly over half.
Perfect shot.
That'll leave you nicely with the power 3 ball, of course. Set you up for a second shot, which is a rough bump coming up. Alright, this is shot number 2. We're going with the big dog here. And the wind's a little different in here, so we have to play this a little bit different than Pro. Pro, I went with 2 top, 1.5 left spins. So I believe I tried it here on Expert as well to see what would happen. And we got the yellow touch in the rough, and I want the other one to be a little bit away from the rock. You can, I guess, it looks like the red ring's halfway. So let's see what happens with this drive. We played it at 0% elevation. We hit perfect. So that's a good starting point for us. It looks like I'm going to have to go at least a half a bar more top spin for the next shot. Maybe keep the side spin the same as it died out there. So like I said, in Pro I'd give that 2 top. In Expert, looks like I'm going to need more there. At least a half, maybe 1. We'll try with a half next time around. That's hole 6. Alright, we're back for hole 7. Now this is another hole that I was kind of lucky on because I was rushing my shot here. I was running out of time. I figured get a shot away is better than not getting a shot away. So, of course, you won't be able to see the timer, but that's exactly what happened here. I went with 8.5 wind, so I'm going with about 2.5 side spin. And I'm going with about a half backspin. I got written down here between 8 and 9 wind. I'd go between 2.5 to 3 left spin. If you got less than 8 miles per hour wind, go with 2 left spin. Right here, I'm trying to see what the ball guide's doing. I got the red touch, or the yellow almost touching the rough. The red's touching the rough on the back. I played this at 25% elevation.
Great shot.
This way, if we grade it to the right like I did, it would hang on there and you'd still be okay. You wouldn't hit that rough. And of course, we got lucky. If you play this at 20% elevation and you're going to get a little risky, well, you got a good chance to get a hole on one there as well. So, I wanted to be safe, more safe than sorry, so I went with plus 25%. But 20% is probably what you want to actually do, because the first time around when I played this hole, I'll show you what happened when I used 20%. Alright, this is how I played the first time around in the qualification round. We're going with our 2 side spin, half back spin. We played this at max distance plus 20%. You can see we got the yellow touching the rough, maxed out at plus 8 yard marker is what you want to look at. I forgot to mention that. You want it to be around plus 8. We played this, like I said, 20% max distance. Now, if you can watch what happens here, I believe we great balled it to the right. Yeah. Great balled it to the right. Just slightly off, and look what happens. Hits the rough, and there you go. So that's why I suggested playing it at plus 25%, just to see what happens. Kind of keep yourself away from the rough just a little bit. And it worked. So, thanks for watching hole 7. Alright, we're back for hole 8. This is a par 4. I played this hole pretty much exactly like I played Pro Division. I went with a Titan because you don't need to use a Kingmaker here. It's just a waste of a good wind ball. We're looking for the plus 2 yard marker. We're having our blue touch in the rough. And we played this at 10% elevation, and we're playing this at max distance. So that's how I played Pro. And it's the same way I play Expert. It's full top, full right on the ball, in case you didn't see it. Pretty much full curl. You great ball it to the left, great ball it to the right, hit perfect, you're fine. Which we great ball it to the left here. You can see it sets yourself up nicely for a second shot. 324 yards, second shot. We're going to use a short iron rough bump here. And here's our short iron rough bump. I like using a Kingfisher. I don't see too many people using it, but I sure like it. I'm going with full top here, full left spin. This is the exact same way I played Pro. Except the only difference is, I believe the first time I played this hole, I went straight at the hole. I found out, I found out if I played to the right part of the hole, yeah, the right side of the hole, I'm better off. On the front nine, I went right at the hole, and it didn't work. So full top, full left, play the right side of the cup here, max distance, 0% elevation. And there you have it, works nicely in Expert. Got yourself an eagle. That's hole 8. Good luck with it. Alright, welcome back. This is hole number 9, final hole, par 5. This is a safe way to play this hole. Played similar to Pro, just a little bit different. This year I go with 2 backspin. I believe in Pro I went 3 because I played a little bit more to the right. So you got the red ring touching the rough. Excuse me, we played this at plus 10% elevation. 2 back, full right. Then we're going to give it some curl here. I'm going to curl it. You'll be able to see what it is. I don't need to explain that. Left hand side of the ball. Right part of the adjustment target. There you have it. Put you around 3.4, 3.5, somewhere around there. 3.3 in that range. Alright, we're back for shot number 2. We're going to go with the big dog here. The one that has the most distance. This is my big dog 8. We're going to go with, what did we go with? Around 4.5 top spin, I believe. Went with not very much right spin at all. Just a tick. Now what I'm doing here is you got 8-mile-an-hour wind. I'm trying to figure out how far that's going to push us. And we got, if you look at the blue ring, it's about halfway inside the sand trap. Bottom of the target, bottom of the ball overpower. And it rolls in nicely. And just misses the hole. So that's it for the 9 holes there. I hope it helps you out in your expert round if you play an expert. Take care. Thanks very much for watching. Good luck with your rounds.